There's something both magical and terrifying about caves. These dark, mysterious realms have existed for millions of years, hiding secrets that boggle the mind. Today, we're going to explore the top 5 craziest discoveries ever made in caves. From ancient artifacts to mind-bending natural phenomena, get ready to journey into the unknown. Number 5. The Giant Crystal Cave, Mexico. Discovered in the year 2000 by miners working for the Nika mine, the Giant Crystal Cave, or Cueva de los Cristales, is a natural wonder that defies imagination. Hidden nearly 1,000 feet below the surface, this cavern houses some of the largest natural crystals ever found. The cave's crystals are composed of selenite, a form of gypsum. Some of these crystals are over 30 feet long, weighing up to 55 tons. They are a testament to the incredible forces of nature and the unique conditions that allowed them to grow over hundreds of thousands of years. But what makes this place so extraordinary also makes it incredibly hostile. The Giant Crystal Cave is a furnace. Temperatures soar to around 136 degrees Fahrenheit, 58 degrees Celsius, with humidity levels near 100%. These conditions can be fatal in a matter of minutes without proper protection. How did these giant crystals form? The answer lies in the unique geology of the Nika mine. Around 26 million years ago, volcanic activity created a massive underground chamber filled with hot, mineral-rich water. Over time, this water cooled, allowing the gypsum to crystallize. For hundreds of thousands of years, the temperature remained stable, allowing these crystals to grow to their immense size. But the cave wasn't always accessible. For most of its existence, it was submerged in mineral-rich water. It wasn't until mining operations pumped out the water that the Giant Crystal Cave was revealed. The crystals are incredibly fragile. Exposure to air causes them to deteriorate, and the dry environment can lead to cracking. Preserving them is a race against time. Sadly, the future of the cave remains uncertain. With the Nika mine still active, maintaining the delicate balance needed to preserve the crystals is a monumental task. The cave has been reflooded to protect the crystals from further deterioration, but this means it is no longer accessible to researchers or the public. Number 4. The Cave of Forgotten Dreams, France. The story begins in 1994 when 3 passionate explorers, Eliette Brunel-Deschamps, Christian Hilaire, and Jean-Marie Chauvet, stumbled upon an unassuming cave nestled in the Ardèche region of southern France. Little did they know, this cave would rewrite human history. Named after Jean-Marie Chauvet, the Chauvet Cave was sealed off from the world by a rockfall over 20,000 years ago, preserving its contents in pristine condition. As the explorers ventured inside, they discovered something astonishing: walls adorned with breathtaking paintings of animals, geometric shapes, and handprints. These weren't just any cave drawings. They were works of art, showing an incredible level of skill and imagination. The paintings in the Chauvet Cave are some of the oldest known to humanity, dating back approximately 36,000 years. The artists depicted animals with incredible detail and motion: horses, lions, mammoths, bison, and even rhinoceroses. These weren't random sketches. They show an understanding of perspective and depth, making them far more advanced than we might expect from the Upper Paleolithic period. These paintings weren't just functional or symbolic, they were spiritual. Experts believe the cave might have been a sacred space, a place for rituals or storytelling. Fast forward to 2010, and legendary filmmaker Werner Herzog brought the Chauvet Cave to the big screen with his documentary, The Cave of Forgotten Dreams. Using state-of-the-art 3D technology, Herzog and his team captured the cave's beauty and mystery like never before. What makes the Chauvet Cave so significant? For one, the preservation of the artwork is extraordinary. Thanks to the sealed environment, scientists have been able to study not only the paintings but also fossilized remains, footprints, and even charcoal fragments left behind by the artists. Radiocarbon dating confirms the astonishing age of the cave, pushing back our understanding of human creativity. Researchers found evidence of different generations of artists contributing to the cave over thousands of years. It's like a prehistoric art gallery, where each generation added their own touch to the story. Number 3. Moval Cave, Romania. Discovered in 1986 by workers testing for a power plant, Moval Cave is located just a few kilometers from the Black Sea. Entering Moval Cave is no simple task. The environment inside is so extreme that only a handful of scientists have ever been allowed to explore it. To protect both the cave's fragile ecosystem and the researchers themselves, strict precautions are required. Why? Because this cave is toxic to humans. The air inside Moval Cave is a cocktail of dangerous gases. Oxygen levels hover around just 7 to 10%, much lower than the 21% we're used to breathing. Instead, the atmosphere is rich in carbon dioxide, methane, and hydrogen sulfide. For most life forms, this environment would be deadly. Yet here, life thrives. Moval Cave is a world powered by chemosynthesis, a process where microorganisms generate energy not from sunlight, but from chemical reactions. This ecosystem is completely isolated from the surface, relying on sulfur and methane as its primary energy sources. It's a phenomenon rarely seen on Earth. So what kind of life exists here? Scientists have identified nearly 50 species, many of which are endemic to the cave. From blind spiders and scorpions to worms and isopods, these creatures have evolved unique adaptations to survive in complete darkness and toxic conditions. What makes Moval Cave so extraordinary is its isolation. It's a natural time capsule, showing us how life can evolve in extreme conditions without any influence from the surface world. It's like stepping into another planet right here on Earth. Number 2. Derinkuyu, Turkey. Cappadocia is known for its otherworldly landscapes, fairy chimneys, and hot air balloons. But beneath its picturesque surface lies an intricate labyrinth that's as mysterious as it is breathtaking. Derinkuyu is the largest excavated underground city in the world. Derinkuyu's origins date back to the 8th or 7th century BCE, possibly even earlier. The city was carved into the region's soft volcanic tuff, which made it easier to dig extensive networks of tunnels and rooms. But why go underground? The answer lies in survival. This area of the world has seen countless invasions and conflicts, from the Hittites to the Persians, and later the Romans and Byzantines. For the people living in Cappadocia, going underground wasn't just a clever idea, it was essential for protection. Derinkuyu served as a refuge during times of war and persecution, especially for early Christians fleeing Roman and later Arab forces. One of the coolest features of Derinkuyu is its ingenious security system. The city's entrances could be sealed with massive circular stone doors, some weighing up to 1,000 pounds. These doors could only be opened from the inside, making the city nearly impenetrable to invaders. This underground metropolis spans at least 18 levels, descending more than 60 meters, or about 200 feet, into the earth. Only 8 levels are open to the public, but even that's enough to get a sense of its scale and complexity. Let's take a look around. Derinkuyu had everything its inhabitants needed to survive underground for months at a time. There were living quarters, kitchens, wine and oil presses, storage areas, and even stables for animals. One of the most impressive aspects of Derinkuyu is its ventilation system. Vertical shafts ensured fresh air reached the deepest levels, and they were so well designed that they still work today. Number 1. The deadly treasure of the Chichen Itza cenote, Mexico. Deep in the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula lies Chichen Itza, a majestic ancient city built by the Maya civilization. Known for its stunning architecture and astronomical precision, it's also home to one of history's most mysterious and deadly treasures, the Cenote Sagrado, or Sacred Cenote. This natural sinkhole is more than just a geological wonder. It was a sacred site for the Maya, who believed it to be a portal to the underworld, a place where gods and mortals connected. For the ancient Maya, cenotes were lifelines, providing fresh water in an otherwise arid region. But the sacred cenote wasn't used for drinking water. Instead, it was a site of ritual and reverence. The Maya believed that offerings thrown into its depths would appease Chak, the god of rain, and other deities. These offerings weren't just material treasures. Human sacrifices were also made here, particularly during times of drought or crisis. Victims, often young men, women, and even children, were adorned with jewelry before being cast into the cenote, a practice that bound life and death to the will of the gods. The cenote's waters held these secrets for centuries until the early 1900s, when an eccentric American adventurer named Edward Herbert Thompson began dredging its depths. What he found shocked the world. In 1894, Thompson purchased the Hacienda Chichen, which included the cenote. For decades, he explored the site, eventually using a custom-built dredge and diving equipment to uncover its contents. Thompson unearthed hundreds of treasures, including intricately carved jade, gold ornaments, and human bones. These discoveries confirmed the cenote's role in Maya sacrificial rituals. But his methods were highly controversial. Many locals saw his actions as desecration, and modern archaeologists criticized the damage caused by his crude excavation techniques. While Thompson's findings were groundbreaking, they came at a cost. He treated the cenote more like a treasure trove than a sacred site, and many of the artifacts he removed ended up in museums and private collections far from their homeland. Even today, the sacred cenote continues to captivate and claim lives. Modern explorers face immense risks, from treacherous currents to the psychological toll of diving in such a foreboding place. And there you have it, 5 of the craziest discoveries ever made in caves. These hidden worlds remind us of how much mystery still lies beneath our feet. So, what do you think? Which discovery blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious.